What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're here with more alpha of Auto Legends. Going to talk about the Evo today. As you can see, Evo's sitting right here on the screen. Reason we're going to pick this one is because this Sunday, June 30th? Yeah, June 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern is going to be an Evo tournament at the 6th Street Bridge. We're going to hold it. See what happens. The last tournament, RX-7 tournament, was a pretty awesome deal. But this time, Wicked Thoughts won the tournament, and he chose that the next one would be an Evo. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go over what I'm running in the Evo. This car I know for a fact can run 10480. So I'm going to run over that. As far as everything that's installed, I'm just going to run through it real quick. I'll also have a comment posted with the actual setup, or maybe in the description with the actual setup. And the way I'm going to read it is I'm going to speak it and I'm going to type it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we go, I'm going to list it as engine internals. The first section will be the first number. So the rods will be the first number. And if you see a 1, a 2, a 3, or a 4, that tells you which one it is. So 4 all the way on the right, 1 all the way on the left. It's just simpler that way. So starting with engine internals, we're gonna go 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, and you're gonna find everything is basically 4. Intake systems 4, 4, and 4. Fuel systems 4 and 4. Turbo 4, 4. Supercharger 3. Obviously, if you don't know, or if you're not aware, you're not playing the game, there's a bug with dual boosting. You can install the turbo and then come back and install a supercharger. It'll tell you that it'll uninstall it. It doesn't. It just gives it to you. Cooling 4 and 4. Exhaust 4, 4, and 4 again. Electronics is 4 and 4 again. Nitrous doesn't matter. It's not working. Suspension, you're going to want to stay with the stock one. Drivetrain. This is a little weird one. Some people will see 4 transmissions. Some people will see 5. Either way, if you want to run a transmission and you're tuning, you want to go with the very last one, the 4th one, the Synchro Pro. That's going to actually give you horsepower. It also adds weight, but it's going to give you horsepower to minimize that. I decided to take it off now that I'm done tuning my ratios. I just feel that the weight is actually better. Like the weight loss is better than the horsepower gain. Differential, you'll see either 4 or 5. So you're going to want to go with the Minkin differential. That's the one that's going to add, it's going to be the less negatives and most positives out of any of them when you want to tune your final drive. Like I said, I went back with the stock one. And to go back, I didn't speak about the drive shaft. Do not buy a drive shaft. Stay with the stock one. Don't buy one. It's not worth it. Clutch, don't buy one. Stay stock. Don't buy it. Flywheel, you do want to go with the 4th one. It says it only gives 7 pounds, 0 horsepower. But we determined that was a lie. EFCoupeGuy has spent all day yesterday buying each individual part, listing what the sheet says, and then actually comparing it to the actual gains and losses here. And I'll link that in the description as well. Good guy, EFCoupeGuy. That was pretty awesome that he did that. Tires, Radial slicks. Just go with Radial slicks. Brakes, Breakmaster brakes. These give weight reduction. That's it. And then body weight reduction. You want to go with the fully gutted. Obviously, reinforcement. You don't want that at all. Never in your life would you want that. Don't do it. One thing to note when buying an Evo that I probably should have said at the beginning of the video. I'm not editing this out. I'm just going to keep going. You need to be very careful when you're buying a car. And this goes for any car, not just Evos. Some of these cars can come with reinforcement or other aftermarket items from the car lot. So you need to pay attention to horsepower. I don't know if it can come with any actual horsepower gain parts, but I know it can come with reinforcement. So you need to pay attention to the weight. This car, for example, is a 3263 pound car. Let's see if I have one in the lot. No, I don't. All right. Well, that's here we go. WRX shows one. All right. So we got the 05 WRX. It's a regular WRX. You see this one's 3263. We go to this one, 3279. That means this car is bricked. Literally, it's bricked. It's useless. Let's go back to the rest of it. I'm not going to add this into the description. I'll add the ratios, and then I'll add the typed out version of my parts that I'm using in the description. But as far as tuning goes, these are my gear ratios. This is what I'm using right now. 462 for the final, and then first is 345, 241, 179, 137, 110, and 91. I am using a 6 gear. Some people are running 5 gears. I run a full 6 gear. Your stance, you want to max it out. And these are the full specs that I'm running. I know that rim diameter and entire sidewall is going to matter as far as your final drive ratio goes, or your whole gear set. So make sure you actually copy those. I don't know if the others do, but they might. But to match my gear set properly, you need to copy this. Same goes for the rear. It's exactly the same. That's just how it is. 17 diameter, 35 sidewall. That's how I'm keeping it. And I think that was basically it. So we're running 444 horsepower, 3177 pounds. You can, if you have the transmission, it'll be like 450 horsepower and 30. I can't remember. I can't remember the weight, but it's a little bit more. But let's go. Let's run a race and see what happens. And let's see here. Let's pick on somebody. He's in the Evo. Let's pick on somebody. All right. Well, I don't care. I don't care anymore. We're just gonna run a bot. While we load up, I do not full rev any of my cars. I don't full rev this car. I don't like it for some reason. It just feels weird to me. I feel like when you're hitting the limiter, it's bouncing way too much. I don't know if it actually matters, but it matters to me. So we'll do a burnout here. Get the max grip. Roll up to the line. And this car, oh man, I haven't raced it since last night, so I gotta remember. I think it was 94. No, it was not. It was 88. See, I redlined a little there in second gear, but you're going to want to shift right at the 8. Like, you see where I'm shifting? That last gear is where I was shifting properly. That's where all the gears need to be shifted. But right at this red line right here. Let's see what we ran. It was all right. It probably ran like a 500. 480. Okay, so we didn't do too bad. But that's what the car runs. Those are the full splits. I went through as you saw, I went through the whole build and straight to the track, and ran at a 10.4880. One thing I want to talk about again is the Evo tournament on Sunday. Mark that, Sunday, June 30th, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to do it again where it's a chip draw style. So I'm going to do a picker wheel, and there will be pairings. So like 1 C, 1 R. It'll go all the way to depending on how many pairs are going to be. The C means that's the person that's going to send the challenge. The R means you're the one getting challenged. That's just same thing as doing like a 1L or 1R is like a chip draw for lane choice. The rounds before the final round will be single elimination. The final round will be a best of 3 for now. We're going to stick with it. We changed that for the last tournament. right when we started the tournament. This time, we're going to keep it. It seemed pretty cool. Everybody seemed to like the best of 3. So we're going to keep best of 3 for now. The next tournament will be decided by the winner. We are also looking at doing some giveaways, maybe during the tournament and for the winner. I know Wicked Thoughts, the last winner, got a NSX and an Eclipse or a 3000 GT. I can't remember. But good old Sesko gave him a couple cars and I think $10. So that's pretty awesome. So we're coming up with a prize list. We'll figure something out. If you want to be there, you can find me in Discord, Bevins38. Message me there or message me in game. Let me know that you're going to be there so I can be prepared. If you show up last minute, no problem. I just can't guarantee a spot, but shouldn't be a problem. I think right now we're up to 10 people or 11 people, and it'll probably get up to about maybe a full 16 field. We'll see how that goes. If it gets too big, I don't know what I'm going to do. I haven't prepared for like a 32 car field, but we'll see how that goes. And I think that's it. Like I said, the build will be in the description. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see everybody at the tournament. And you're more than welcome to come back. Please like, share, and subscribe. Isn't that what the YouTubes do? That's how you YouTubes, right? All right. Good night.